the time that we've been through as a people, as a collective, that kind of difficulty, pain and suffering I felt very deeply. I personally have bought so many, I've taken large groups of people over the weekend to watch films that एक तो आप plan बनाओ हफ्ते भर पहले. People's lives are so fast and so busy to make the plan to go with everybody. This time that we're living in is very different from when I started out. Sit outside the office, meet producers, directors, casting directors, to get your foot in the door in that way and try and get work like that. Today, you have curated Instagram profiles. You get your ticket, you pay so much money for the snacks, then you go and take your seat. I need to do whatever I can to justify that time, effort, and money of the paying audience.
You said, Ranveer, that you're in a phase where you want to make movies that bring people together. And some of your upcoming films are that, like Circus and Rocky Aur Rani Ki Prem Kahani. They have a certain happiness and lightness about them.
Yeah.
Do you think that's the need of the hour? Would you say that's the need of the hour?
This is a very personal thing, ma'am. I feel like being an artist, my channels for empathy are open for the most part. And therefore, the time that we've been through as a people, as a collective, that kind of difficulty, pain and suffering I felt very deeply.
Yeah.
And went through a lot myself personally. It was difficult to witness all of that. So personally, for me as an entertainer, I want to contribute towards offerings that will make people laugh, that will make people smile. I feel like times have been tough. Aao yaar thoda haste hain. And therefore on Christmas, my next offering is actually Circus, which is the best thing. You know? When you go to watch a Rohit Shetty comedy, you know what you're going for.
Absolutely, yes.
आओ यार थोड़ा हंस के आते हैं, थोड़ा हल्का होके आते हैं, मजे करके आते हैं. And that's the kind of cinema that I have consciously chosen to be a part of. I think in the recent past, we have seen that you have to give something to the audience that justifies their time, effort and money in coming there.
Yeah.
I personally have bought so many, I've taken large groups of people over the weekend to watch films, my friends and family. I know how expensive it is. And I know as a cinema going audience myself, that एक तो आप plan बनाओ हफ्ते भर पहले. People's lives are so fast and so busy to make the plan to go with everybody. Then you get into the car, you drive through, you know, traffic. You get to the, let's say if you're going to a multiplex, you go to a mall. आप basement पे पहले parking ढूंढो. Parking ढूंढने के बाद you go up 3 flights of escalators. You get your ticket. You pay so much money for the snacks. Then you go and take your seat. There's 20 minutes of commercial messaging. And by the time the movie starts, it's taken a lot of effort and a considerable amount of money. A fraction of your income for that month or to actually be there. And I take that very seriously. I take that as a responsibility. I need to do whatever I can to justify that time, effort and money of the paying audience who have come to the theaters to watch me, believing that I will deliver entertainment to them. Then I will do everything I can to make sure that that is the case.
Wow. We're seeing so much of talent in our country today, Ranveer, emerging from everywhere, whether they're writers, directors, musicians, actors. Are you excited about seeing the way content is evolving in our country? Through various digital platforms, so many avenues.
I think it's the best time to be working in Indian entertainment. I started 12 years ago, and I was talking to some aspiring young actors. I was like, guys, this time that we're living in is very different from when I started out. Things were very insulated and your access wasn't as easy. Your avenues and opportunities weren't as voluminous. Today you have so many channels, so many OTT platforms, so many films. there is so much there are so many employment opportunities out there, whether it's writers, actors, technicians. Um, it is such an exciting time because of the 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 number of things that are being created. Back then, only that many films, that many channels, that many OTT wasn't even
Limited,
there
yeah,
at that time.
yeah.
At that time, we had to take. How do you find work? We used to go with physical copies of our portfolios, with contacts, mobile numbers found from here, there, go from office to office, and sit outside the office, meet producers, directors, casting directors, to get your foot in the door in that way and try and get work like that. Today, you have curated Instagram profiles, which are basically your calling card. The casting director can go and check you out. It's just access is just that simple. So when they come to me today, and they come to seek advice, um, that you managed to get your foot in the door. I was like, man, my story is very different because that time was very different. Today, your path and your journey towards getting your opportunity and getting your foot in the door is going to be very different because the times are different. But at the same time, I would encourage you to do it. Take the plunge because it's a great time to be in Indian entertainment.